Good day everyone, my name is Kristian Labayno from ECE 3A. Today I will present my performance task number 2 at my ECE 23 subject. Let's start. What is line coding? Line coding is a process carried out by the transmitter that converts data in the form of binary digits into a baseband digital signal that will represent the data on a transmission line. Third, the transmission line in question could be a link between two devices in a computer network, or it could form part of much larger telecommunications network. Third, the one thing that all line coding schemes have in common is that they modify signal levels in some way in order to represent digital data. In wide channel consisting of twisted pair or coaxial cables, the line code manipulates voltage or current levels in order to generate electrical pulses that represent data values. In optical fiber channels, it represents the data values by modifying the intensity of pulses of light. Line coding schemes have five major categories. The first is unipolar. It consists of NRZ. Second is the polar, consists of NRZ, RC, and the biphase. Third is the bipolar. It consists of AM and pseudo-ternary. Fourth, differential or multi-transition. It consists of MLT3. Last is the multi-level. It consists of bipolar line coding schemes use three levels, voltage levels, positive, negative, and the zero. But we only tackle the bipolar because it is my requirements. Bipolar types. First is the AMI, alternative mark inversion. Second is the pseudo-ternary. Bipolar line coding schemes, there are three voltage levels, positive, negative, and the zero. Second, the voltage level for one data element is at zero, while the voltage level for the other elements alternate between positive and the negative. Third, the bipolar scheme is the alternative to NRZ. This scheme has the same signal rate by NRZ, but there is no DC component as one bit is represented by voltage, zero or other alternates every time. What is pseudo-ternary? It is bit 1 is encoded as a 0 voltage and the bit 0 is encoded as alternative positive and negative voltage. AMI, or alternate mark inversion. A neutral 0 voltage represents binary 0. Binary ones are represented by alternative positive and negative voltage. Second, AMI is a synchronized clock encoding technique that uses bipolar pulses to represent the logical 1. The next logical 1 is represented by a pulse of the opposite polarity. Hence, a sequence of logical 1s are represented by the sequence of pulses of alternating polarity. The alternating coding prevents the building up of a DC voltage level down the cable. This graph shows this is the clock, the data, and the AMI. In the data, for example, is 1010, 01100. The advantages of the bipolar AMI are easy to implement. Second, same signaling rate as other NRZ schemes. Third, uses less power than polar NRZ line coding schemes. Fourth, the signal has no DC component. Lastly, the baseline wandering is not an issue. There are advantages, but there are disadvantages. No embedding clock signal long sequence of zero can cause loss of synchronization at the receiver due to the absence of voltage transitions. This is the example of AMI and the pseudo ternary. This is how it differs. Example: in bipolar AMI alternate mark inversion, 0 is the zero voltage, 1 is the alternating positive and the negative voltages. We will take note that assuming positive logic data, for example, 11001010, 0 is the base. For example, 1 is in the positive 1, the other one is a negative 1, 0 is in the base, 0, positive 1, 0, negative 1, and 0. This is how it looks like. You can see there is a graph. Example number 2, 111011011, positive 1, negative 1, positive 1, 0, negative 1, 0, positive 1, and then negative 1. This is how it's look like. You can see this graph is encoded by the bipolar or AMI. We will take note that a logical 1 value is represented by high or low level and a 0 by no signal. The logically 1 is pulses use alternating polarity. Summary: line coding is a process carried out by the transmitter that converts data in the form of binary digits into a baseband digital signal that will represent the data on the transmission line. Second, line coding have five major categories are unipolar, polar, bipolar, and the differential and the multi-level. Third, bipolar types AMI or pseudo-ternary. Bipolar line coding schemes have three voltage levels: positive, negative, and zero. We will always take note that the AMI stands for alternating mark inversion. 0 is for zero voltage, and 1 is the alternating positive and negative voltage. Thank you.